And welcome. So today we are going to discuss about the computer science of Python, and the chapter today that we will be going ahead is working with functions. Herein in this particular area I will be dividing this chapter into small parts. So first coming into from working with functions, so first coming and getting to know what a function is. Okay, so whenever we see we have functions with a very long codes, okay, series and series of codes. So these codes can be divided into small portions, and these small portions, they are doing some specific functionality, returning some specific value. So all the things, so that is what a function is. So what is a function? A function is a sub program that acts on data and often returns a value. So they are subprograms. So if you have a program and there is a part of the program which is known as subprogram, okay, so this subprogram, it will return a value, it will have a return value. So this is known as a function. Okay, now coming into, now let us understand what a type of function. So in order to understand what a function is in terms of programming language, we need to read this. Okay, so you worked with polynomials in mathematics. So this is a polynomial that we have 2x square. Okay, so for x is equal to 1, it will have a value 2 into 1 square, that is 2. For 2, it will have a different value, 2 into 2 square is 8. So forth and so forth. So we can write a function as f of x is equal to 2x square, right, wherein x can take up any number of values. So this is a function, it will have a return value for whatever the result is. So whenever we talk about functions, the programming language, they will support functions, and you can create functions in the program that can have arguments. You can take in values, you can have arguments, they can perform certain functionality as it is performing here the functionality of 2x square, and they can return a result. So now if we go ahead to write this particular function in Python, then it would be in this way. So in this case, what we are going to do, we are going to write a function of 2x square. So we are going to write a function. So now we will be going ahead and we will be doing the same. So in this case, what we will be doing, so to write the code, what we will do, we will define a function. So say I am defining a function of cal power. Let's calculate the power. Okay, and it is having an argument x. So this is having an argument x, and then after that I am telling what to do. So I am having a value, the result, which is equal to 2 into x to the power 2. Okay, so this is what it is. Now I am telling it to print the value of r. Print the value of r. Yes, I'm using mobile. Earlier to this I have used for coding, I have used my system, but this is online area where I have used, so this as per it was stated. So here now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to call this cal power of say 3, and let us see whether I'm getting the result. So I'm running it. So when I run it, just check, I'm getting the result as 18. I'm getting the result as 18. So I did 2 into 3 square, so that is 2 into 9, which is equal to 18. See, the result is the same. Okay. Now coming to the next part of it. So herein, what else do we have? So coming into this code again, we have defined the functions, we have already returned the function. Now def, this word def, def, that we used, this def, it means that you are using the definition of a function. Okay, this def means you are using the definition of a function. The identifier following def is the meaning of the function, the name of the function, that is here the function name is cal something. Okay, it's talking about this particular code. The variable or identifiers inside the parentheses are arguments or parameters. Here x is the argument, or the parameter. There is a colon at the end of def line, meaning it requires a block. So whenever there is a block, we use this kind of colon. Now the statement intended below the function define the functionality of the function. This block is also called body of the function. Here the two statements in the body of the function tell something. The return statement returns the computed result, so it is returning the computed result. So now if I go ahead this, I can say, and I can always go ahead, I can print cal something. Okay, now how was I calling the function? This is also done where I was doing this calculating cal something. I was just doing cal something and I was passing in the variable here. All right, so similarly there is a cube. I will be writing this functionality of the cube as well. So now I'm going to define the function of cube. So def is the definition statement that I am having. Then I'm putting a space, giving the function name. Say cube is a function name. I'm passing the value x. So I'm passing the value x, and then after that x is the argument, and then after that what am I doing? I am then putting a colon which states that after this the things are blocked. So now this block will contain few statements. So you see it's intended. So I have written some r is equal to x cube, that means x to the power 3. This is x cube. So this is the function, and what I'm doing, I am returning r. Okay, I'm returning r. So now okay, now what I'm doing, I am trying to pass a value and see what it gives me. Cube, I'm calling the function, I'm trying to find cube of 2. So what is cube of 2? 2 cube is 8. So I will execute this and I will find. So cube of 2, see, it is not giving me any value as cube of 2 because there is a return. I did not print. Okay, so what if I would have done this? Print cube of 2. So if I would have done this, I would have got this 8 as value. So there was a return value which was saying 8, so I will have to take it into some variable and return it. So say I am trying to get the input from the user. So I can say a is equal to int input enter a value. So I'm telling it to enter, I'm telling the user to enter the value. Okay, so now after entering the value, what I will be doing, I want it to print cube of this particular value that has been entered. So I am not going to take any value, but I am going to print this particular value, whatever cube of the value is. So now when I run, what is it going to say me? Enter a value. It is asking, I enter the value 6 and I go ahead with it. So it is going to give me the answer 216. See, it has given me the 6 cube, which is 216. Alright, so here if you see the code once more, I'll show you through the code once more. So you see I have done enter value, this cube has been there. So if I want to comment this line, what I will be doing, I will be commenting this line. So now if I execute, I will no more get that 8, rather I will get enter, please enter. Okay, sorry, oh, it's becoming scripted. So this is how I will comment the line and I will execute. So when it executes, it will show enter a value. I will say 5 and then I will go ahead. I get 5 cube is 125. So this is how I write. So once I write a program, this is how I wrote a program. So this other things. So I can go ahead and write any number of functions in this case. So now coming into the Python function types. What are the different function types in Python? The first function type I have is the built-in function. Whatever function is built in inside Python, like length, type, integer, input, and all those. So I have used input, int, right? So all those things are built-in functions, and functions defined in modules. So we have got different modules in Python, like math, string, and all those. So these modules have got some specific functions. If I'm using a sine function, I need to take the math module. So likewise, we can, if I want to say imaginary numbers, real numbers, then I need to say the C math module. So there are various modules. Next, we have user defined functions. So I have written a function which is called cube, and I have used that. So that is user defined function. So these are the various function types inside Python. Now, what is the structure of the functions that is in Python? So we have seen that we have defined the function. Then after that, what did we do? We have passed the parameters, and then after that we have got a return value. So that is how we go ahead and write the functions. So this is how I will be going. I can even go and write some code. I can write some strings and all those things. So now then we will be coming onto the structure of a Python program. The rest will be discussed in the next class. Thank you.